Alright, everybody. For those of you watching the video, welcome. If you don't know, I'm Crooked Stick. As you can see right here, field 8 and 4 and 5, they're ready for harvest. So we're going to get everything ready. We're going to get up here to field 8, get this one started. I am going to adjust the time. Just to make sure. Actually, I might just leave the time alone for a little while. I may slow it down, put it on like 2 or 3 or something. But I'm going to keep an eye on it because I want to make sure that we get this harvest done, because as you can see, we are in June. There's our weather coming up. Looks like we have some rain coming, so we need to stay on it. It doesn't look like the rain's going to come until maybe the middle of the night or the next day or whatever. So we should be good for harvest, thankfully. But as you can see here, soybeans are going to be at their peak in July. So the prices are still going up right now. Our highest is Ravenport, which is 3,488. But I'm going to keep an eye on the prices. If any one of these two local places get, if Ravenport's like drastically higher than these two, we'll go with Ravenport, because I want to try and make sure we can make as much money as we can. But if one of these ones are close enough to Ravenport's price, then we'll do one of those two just to keep it local, So we will keep an eye on prices throughout the day, see where things are going, how things are running, and all that. So I'm going to quit yammering. We are going to need this tractor. And a trailer. Whoop, wrong way. Oh, I wish that they would let me turn faster. That drives me insane, man. Giant Software, if there's anything that you fix about this game, fix the fact that we gotta turn so slow. I mean, if you're in first person view, man, left and right does not go fast at all. It don't really even go fast here, but it goes way faster than it does in first person. Okay, so we don't have a semi yet, so we're just gonna kind of just keep using the trailer that I just hooked up. We're just going to keep using that one. But eventually I want to get to where we have an auger wagon or two. And then we can, let me check my settings here, my volumes and all those. Okay, yeah, so we're good on that, I guess. It might just be that loud because we're in the barn. So I'm going to slow this down to like 2, just to make sure we are good to go. And this is probably warmed up enough to alright. I cannot back up with these harvesters. I just can't, because I'm not in there and I can't, like move around so that you can get a good angle on the mirror. And these don't come with backup cameras on the game, so And there's no back window for you to like turn around and look at. I mean, there is, but it just goes into your grain tank there, so you know. All right, we got leaves back on the trees. Like I said, we are in June, so we made it through the spring. We are heading into summer. Actually, considering the fact that, you know, each day is a month, I would say we're probably, yeah, I mean, it's 6:30 in the morning, so we'll say we're still early June. Around noon, you know, mid-June. So, oh, yes. I mean, I know it's ugly because it's brown, but that's a beautiful sight. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Yeah, I can get over and let these guys by. Y'all gonna have to be quick. Y'all gonna have to be quick. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm running out of room here, people. There we go. Because down in here, it gets bumpy down through there. I am going to go ahead and come in up there on the corner. Whereas last time I came in right here and I had my header trailer was down here, and it just ended up being a little bit more of a mess. And actually, we're going to go ahead and do that again because we might as well park the header trailer right here because this field is our field too. So we'll be doing this one last though. And I know we would never park this on the hill regardless of whether you got wheel blocks or not, unless it's something you absolutely have to do. But it's a video game. I mean, I know it's a simulator, so it's supposed to simulate realness and all that, but, you know, I try to simulate realness as much as I can tolerate, I guess, if you will. I mean, I use my blinkers and all that kind of jazz, you know what I mean? But, alright, so I'm going to try and go down this way. I've never done this before. This is the second time I've harvested this field. So last time we went around that way and circled up around, and then we just did like various paths throughout. It just depended on what the terrain was for us and which direction we were going. I try to keep from going and doing so much uphill stuff, you know what I mean? So we'll go ahead and unfold here. I'm going to knock out this corner going the way that I'm pointing, and then I'm going to back up and then we'll head out that way. That way when I come around, because we're going to go down, come around the far side and come back up right here, but we'll be facing the opposite direction of what we are now. But if I go ahead and knock this corner out, then I won't have to pull up here. I can just kind of do a little swoopy circle thing. So that's what we're going to do. And I never did look into this map here. You can swath your soybeans. And I believe the canola. But kick on the cruise control here and scooch back a little bit so it's not so loud. But yeah, on this map you can swath the soybeans. But I didn't know if that just kind of, if that counts towards, if that's just going to be considered like, you know, regular straw, or if it's, you know, some kind of, you know, special that you use for some kind of production, or, you know, some special kind of factory or something. I did not look into that. I do apologize about that. I promised that I would look into it the last time and I didn't, so please don't fire me. But Anyway, any of you that are watching the video or anything, if you don't know, I'm Crooked Stick. Right now, my main games are Hogwarts Legacy, which I will be doing in the evenings on Twitch here. If you're watching this over on YouTube, I try and repost my videos over there as soon as I can from the end of my streams. So if you're watching this on YouTube, get over to Twitch, hit the follow button, then you'll know when I go live if you're into that. Like I said, my main games right now are Hogwarts Legacy, Farming Simulator 22, Modern Warfare 2, Warzone 2.0. I don't do a whole lot of Warzone right now. I mostly just do the quick matches and play shipment, doing the camo grinds, things like that. But it's kind of fun. But Sundays I run a game called Deliver Us the Moon. That is Sunday mornings. Saturday mornings are slated for Farming Simulator 22. But I don't always get to do mornings. I've been working on Saturday mornings. But this Saturday I will be on after I get off work. And I'm going to be starting the new farm. It's our new grass farm. We have a lot of setting up on there to do. I basically went in, you know me, I went in, I changed some things around a little bit, but for the most part, I left it all the same because it's, I have 2 regular fields, and then everything else that we own is grass. And we do have 5 or 6 grass fields. We do have 5 or 6 grass fields, maybe more than that, honestly, 7, something like that. I don't honestly know the exact number. I can't remember. But it's all smaller equipment. I have 1 medium tractor and 2 small tractors. There's not very many of my implements that are over 6 or 9 meters. So it's a smaller operation. But I went through and I did a few things. I have gone through and got rid of some trees, put in a couple little things to have up and ready already. Changed some things around, but with this one, we are starting out with cows, chickens, and a horse. We did have sheep, but that was only because I accidentally bought the section of land that the sheep were on. Because when I went through the map, like sometimes when you go through a map, we'll go through the farmland, like sometimes you'll see, like how I went through and got all these areas here, all these little areas. I didn't pay anything for those. They were free. So sometimes when you go into a map, you'll see a section of land that you can get. It's just free. Depending on what's on that piece of land, sometimes if there's a production or a factory or something on that land, if it is free, then that means you have access to that production if you own that land. So I went through and I just got all the land that was free on that map, and I just, went ahead and purchased it because it was all 0. And one of those pieces of land was the sheep pasture. But I just did not want to have to sit there and mess with all that too. Not right now. I mean, I know sheep are fairly easy to take care of, even easier than cows, but I've been promising for some time now that I would get into cows. And I have. We have just never made it far enough on a map for me to is that? Nope, right here. We just haven't made it far enough in our progress on the map to do, to feed them and all that, because I'll get it started. Like the one map, I had just done that map too many times, so I just kind of quit doing that one. And then the second one that I started, something, I forget what it was that happened. Something glitched out or something. I had, I think, probably 6 hours, 6 or 7 hours straight work. On that map. And that was actually like doing, like this, like harvesting, and what I mean, it wasn't just me getting a map ready for a stream. This map was already on a stream, and it was I did matter of fact, I did 6 hours in one day on that map streaming, and the next day I did 2.5 hours on that map streaming, and the next time that I went to do it, that map, my save game for that map was gone, as if like when it does, I don't know if you've ever had a map on and then you delete the map but your save game's still there and it's like blacked out and it says the map for this is no longer available or whatever. That's what it looked like, and I was like, what the hell? So I went into the mod hub, and the map was not, that's what it was, the map was not even downloaded. I don't know how it happened. I don't know why it happened. But and we were getting to the point where we were going to be feeding cows and all that, and we never got to do it because it glitched out or whatever it was that happened. I don't even remember. I don't even know what happened, honestly. There's no remember about it. I just don't know. But yeah. So we've had a few times that I've been trying to start cows and just never got a chance to do it. Just like this map, cows are one of the things I'm working my way to for this map. But anything that we can do to save up, like the straw, or once that other field over there is done with, once we get it harvested this time, after that, it's just going to be grass. So we can go ahead and start getting silage and all that build up. And then when we get to where we have cows, we'll have stuff that's up and ready to go, That way we're bringing them in. We already have the shit there that we need to feed them and all that good stuff. So we're just going to park this right there out of the way. I would have just left the tractor sit there, but I had to turn this around. Go on, Chopper. Freaking cat, man. It's driving me crazy today. She don't want to be outside very long because it's wet. We had a little bit of rain this morning, and there's a chance of rain all day long, so I can't say that I blame her, but Well, we seem to be getting up that hill a little bit better than going up the other way that we were before. Because before we were coming down this hill and going up that part, which, I mean, doesn't look like much. But it's pretty steep down through there. Alright, we're going to hang this one a little bit wide. That way I can just kind of swoop right in on this one right here, and then we'll be taking a full bite. There we go. See, that worked out just fine. So we'll need the tractor a little bit earlier than what we did this time around. Probably on that far corner right down over there, I bet you. Chopper, go on. Get up on that tree and look out the window, girl. Now she's going to go over and sit at the door because she wants to go outside. And she'll be out there for 15 minutes, and then she'll be back at the door clawing at the screen wanting back in. All because she can't sit here and I can't pet her. Because, you know, I'm holding the controller. And I don't feel like sitting here having to pet a cat. I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to farm. I'm trying to chill. That's why I play this game. It's a calm, cool game, chill game. I can get on here and relax. And I don't have to worry about anything but what I'm doing on the game. Alright, I think... There we go. We'll drop that down a little bit. Bring it in just a tad too. There we go. I think that looks alright. There we go. I think that looks about right. Getting off track a little bit. There we go. Bottom, 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 bottom. Fly away, crows, fly away. Alright, now we're going to round this corner off here. There we go. Yep. Now see, I don't know if it's I don't know if it was because it was corn that we harvested in here. Or no, this was sorghum, wasn't it? Yeah. This was sorghum. Corn was our field there when we started out. No, this was sorghum, so it shouldn't have been so bad last time. So I think the way that I'm going now is probably the better way. Because coming around clockwise was not nice. Down here was the only way, or the only spot that didn't really matter. But once, because last time I started, I was going back and forth this way and just working my way over this way. So when we got further over here, I mean, you can see the hill right there, but right around in there, like going back and forth this way, once you get over into that hill part, Well, I guess you can kind of see the angle right here. If it wasn't for the smoke, you can see it a little bit better. But yeah, once you get over into that hill, heading back this way that I'm going now, this thing was doing like 3 miles an hour going up that hill, and I was just like, wow. But yeah, that was sorghum. I mean, I know sorghum kind of leaves, it only cuts it about halfway up, whereas this is cutting it, clear down to the ground. So I don't know, maybe that slowed it down a little bit. I'm not really sure, honestly. I don't know. Ah, nice relaxing day on the farm. Tell you what, we're just gonna put on some music. Oh no, we're about the same shape we were in last time at this corner. Oop. Sorry about that. Just trying to fix my my setup here. Come on, let's go. I have my laptop that I raise up a little bit higher by setting it on some boxes, and like little boxes that we got. Anyway, we're jamming, we're listening to music, some farmers.
He loves to hear that guitar ring, he loves to play, he loves to sing the old songs passed down all those years ago. He'll do every one he knows and say, you all sing along. Like a drop to the rain, like a car to a train, a voice that sings an old refrain, linking the chain. Like a song on the wind, doesn't end or begin, just keeps on coming round again. A link in the chain, a link in the chain. Tapping toes and clapping hands, just a little old string band that plays. The fiddler calls another tune, the people circle round the room and dance every Saturday. Like a drop to the rain, like a car to a train, a voice that sings an old refrain, a link in the chain. Like a song on the wind, doesn't end or begin, just keeps on coming round again. A link in the chain, a link in the chain. A circle that's unbroken, a wheel within a wheel, brings you back around and makes you feel like a drop to the rain, like a car to a train, a voice that sings an old refrain, a link in the chain. Like a song on the wind, doesn't end or begin, just keeps on coming round again. A link in the chain, yeah, it keeps on coming round again. A link in the chain, a link in the chain.
Damn.
Two hearts that beat
was hoping I'd gotten rid of that song, but I guess not. It would be kind of cool if they could get together and have like radio stations. I mean, not necessarily like GTA or anything like that, you know what I mean? But, just have some actual, not actual, but, something that sounds like a radio station. Because right now, if I turn that song or that station back on, that rock station, it's going to start that song over again. And then you get the next song when that song's over. But say you're almost done with that song and you turn the radio off or you switch to another station, you go back to that station, they're going to start that song over again. Whereas if it was a radio station, it would be another song by that point. So that kind of sucks about that, because if there's a song on there you don't like, they don't give you the option to skip the song. You just get to change the station. But when you come back to that station, they just restart the song that you didn't want to hear anyway. So we need radio stations, not playlists. Songs that change, and you can switch to another channel and let this song play because you don't like it, Shite like that. Ba-doop, ba-doop. Yeah, she gonna be barking. Nope. Just boofs. She just boofing. Boof. Boof. Dog's a nutcase, man. Oh. Yeah, I'm hoping we can get this harvest done. I don't see why we can't. That'll be friggin' sweet, man. That's gonna be at least 200,000 liters that we're gonna be able to sell. We're gonna be able to get rid of. But this field's going to take us a good while to get done. That's why my main goal right now is to get us a bigger harvester. That way, even on a field like this, honestly, on a field like this, I'd rather just have a really nice big harvester, because this is such an oddly shaped field. Right here's where we're at, field 8. I mean, we can keep them going this way, and they'll keep going back and forth this way for quite a while, but it'd just be nice because this field's on that hill, right around in here, this whole area. This is all level with the road up in here. Well, mainly this part through here. But right in here is like the peak of the hill, so this is, it's just it's just a tricky, not tricky, just, oh, what am I looking for? Okay, let me see. We're going to put him, create job, go to deliver, to the farm silo. Nope, not the hayloft. Grain silo system. There we go. Looping, I guess. No looping. Start job. Oh wow, they just pull right on out. I figured he would drive up there that way to the spot, but okay. Alright, we'll have to remember to grab a hold of that tractor and have it come back this way again. We won't be able to bring it back to the same spot, I don't think, but I might be able to bring it back to that little pull-in spot over there, which, would make sense. I really thought I would be able to make it all the way around with the soybeans, but we make it almost all the way around because we start here on this corner where I'm coming up to now, and we've been having everything sit right there, so we make it pretty close to making it all the way around. We'll go ahead and swing down this way a little bit. Where we're not sticking to this swoop that I did here when I missed that chunk. Oh, man. I'm gonna get my back to crack somewhere, somehow, some way. It just don't. It is a nice day here where I'm at, though, in Ohio. I think at 7 o'clock this morning when I let the dog out, we were sitting at 56 degrees. Right now, my laptop says 58. We're supposed to get up to 67 today, where I'm at 67 in fucking February. We're supposed to be down in the, 20 below and all that shit. Shit, January and February around here is usually the worst, man. Like, literally January 1st, man, we usually get like fucking ice. We get rain. I forget, was it last year, the year before? I can't remember. Last year or the year before. It was in the 60s. It was like 64 degrees at midnight, New Year's Eve. And the next day, and it rained all day. It rained all day New Year's Eve. Rained all day till probably about 9 o'clock that night is when it stopped. And like I said, it was still in the 60s at midnight. By 8 a.m. New Year's Day, we had about a layer, about an inch thick of ice from the rain. And then in the middle of the night, we ended up getting freezing rain. So we went from one day being in the 60s to waking up basically the next day and having ice, like an ice storm that hit us, and everything was freezing, and it was ridiculous. But yeah, especially February. Usually by this time, what is it, February 9th? Yeah. Usually by this time we've already had some kind of a winter storm or ice storm or something stupid that came through. We'll have like 2 days where it's warm and rains for those 2 days instead of snowing. And then everything will freeze that night, and then we get snow the next day on top of the ice. That one year we got rain, then we got snow. Everything was just horrible because we had the rain that was trying to freeze underneath the snow. And then we got another ice, and it was like sleet. And then the next day we got like 3 inches, 4 inches of snow on top of all of that. It was horrible. That was a mess trying to dig our way out of the driveways, and I helped a couple of my neighbors dig their stuff out and everything. It was a mess because you couldn't really grab a hold of anything with the shovels, because it was frozen. Like, you would have maybe an inch or two of snow that you could shovel, but then it was just frozen ice underneath of that. And once you got busted through that, then you had more snow and ice that had already started mixing together. And then you have the layers where it's just like, when you get the freezing rain in the wintertime, it's just those little tiny ice squares, ice balls, whatever, that fall. You get into them layers, man, you gotta sit there and just keep scraping and scraping and scraping to peel all that shit off. And snow blowers do not help with that kind of stuff. Snow blowers are really nice for snow and shit like that, but when you get frozen stuff, ice and slush and everything, snow blowers ain't no good at all. They just plug up, or they don't pick it up. Or you keep on shearing off your shear pins and everything else. So, no thank you. I have a snowblower, and I bet you I've probably used it. Personally, I've used it 5 times here at my house. I've used it maybe 10 times for customers. Oh. We'll go ahead and stop, mofo. I forgot to grab the tractor and make him come back. Alright, set destination. I don't quite know where that spot is on the map. I think it's probably about here. Position is blocked or unreachable. Nah, it should be right there, man. Let me see. Alright, so let's try you. Set destination. Let's try right here. Target is unreachable. What the fuck ever. They're gonna make me go get this goddamn tractor. Because they can't make the idiots pull into a fucking spot that is made for pulling into. Just like they can't drive because the front of the friggin' the sprayer was on there. The extra tank for the sprayer was on the front of the tractor. So I couldn't have a worker bring that tractor to me. So horrible. Oh, look. How unreachable is that? Dipshit. Alright. Well, that was a 16-point turnaround. Thought I was going to catch that trailer with the header there for a second. And there we go. We are back in action here. That's too dark. I hate that, man. The sun is always opposite of where I want the camera to be, so then everything's too dark for y'all to see. We're starting to get into some of the steep stuff now because we're moving in closer to the peak of the hill. So some of our patterns may change a little bit here and there as we go along, so that we aren't trying to get up any hills that are too steep or, shit like that, because we're trying to keep everything moving as quick as we can. I still can't believe we missed that big ass spot right there, or I did. Guess I can't blame any of you guys. Dog caught some kind of smell out the front door. She is in her bliss when there's a window open somewhere. Especially when I open up the window on the screen door. She just loves sitting there, and she'll just put her nose right up to the window and just sit there and keep on sniffing away. See, last time I started going back and forth this way, and then once I got over here into that hill and it got too steep, I just started going back and forth that way. So it wasn't too awful. Now the other end up here by the road, there's really no safe or easy way to do that one. You either ride on two wheels riding along with the hill, or you go up and down the hill. You don't actually ride on two wheels, but that's what it looks like sometimes, or feels like, especially when you're in here. When we get up there to the front, I'll get in and I'll show you. It's be sitting all stupid. I wouldn't want to be sitting in a harvester like that. I don't even know if you'd actually want to run a harvester on a hill like that. Like, sideways the way I'm going. I would figure they probably go up and down. Although, I don't know. I really don't. I know with me being in the lawn business, I know sometimes I get on some of those hills on the zero turn, and some of them I do, side to side. It's a little easier for me. Some of them it's better if I just go up and down. Some of them I can do, the diagonal pattern on and all that. But, yeah, for the most part, I guess it just depends on the terrain or, what your machine's set up for, and, things like that. Because I know some of the bigger commercial zero turns and, some of the big dog mowers, some of those, you can go up and down a friggin' hill that's damn near straight up and down like a wall. And you don't have to worry about them sliding or, flipping or anything like that. Just because that's, they're so big and heavy, and that's, they got the right stance and things are weighted, the way that they should be and all that. So. See, right here is not too bad. It's not too, steep. But, once we get down into here, you'll see what I'm talking about. See, because right now we're just about at the same height as the peak of the hill. Just about. You can see we're sitting sideways a little bit. Not too awful. But right in there where that dip is, man, right in there, that shit gets a little hairy. Whoops. Guess I didn't have the button pushed down all the way. Don't need to be ghost riding the harvester here. I do remember when that was like a fad. I did see a couple videos of farmers like doing that. I forget what it was called, ghosting or something like that. Your car, like people would, put their car in drive or whatever and get out and like walk beside it, and some of them got their car going and doing donuts and shit, and then they'd get out and sit there and walk beside it while the car was like spinning around. It's like ghost riding or something like that. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about right here. I mean, look how steep that hill is right there. That's pretty good grade right there. And if you're in one of these big machines and you got to sit there and kick yourself sideways in the seat, I don't know if I'd want to be in there for that. Yeah, I think counterclockwise is probably our best bet for this field. Like I said, once we get up into the middle parts here, we may end up changing our pattern up a little bit, but for the most part. I think we'll probably end up running soybeans in here again. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what all of our purchases look like. Because if we get this one done and get everything replanted and all of that, next season when we sell the soybeans, we'll have one hell of a profit on that one, because we already have fields 7, 11, and 10 planted, and they're already growing. They're probably about halfway through, so we still have these 3 fields here, which they won't make it for this year's harvest sale, but they'll be in for next year's harvest sale. So we'll have those 3 fields already. I may go ahead and set this one up and the other one again as soybeans. But field, what was it, 11? The one across the street there by the cow barn. That's the one that will, from now on, once we harvested this last time, from now on it'll just be our grass field. And like I said before, we'll just extend that one. We'll keep extending that one as we can when we buy those other fields. And that one will just strictly be grass from this next harvest on. But hopefully if we get these ones planted, get those ones harvested, and get them planted, we may be able to get a total of three harvests in for next year's harvest sale. So that would be awesome. It's going to be a shit ton of soybeans. I don't know what we'll get off of here, but I know the sorghum off of this field alone was 118 or 19, something like that. It was over 100,000 liters of sorghum that we got just off of this one field. So I don't know how that'll translate for the soybeans, but we should definitely be over the 100,000 liter mark for sure for just this one field for soybeans. Whoop! Sorry about that. That was totally the wrong joystick. I was gonna grab this one and go like that. Well, we got some crows. Watch out, boys. Fly away. We don't need no meat mixed in with the soybeans here. Actually, oops. All right. I may just go ahead and keep on going this way. If I can get down there in time. I'm not going to. That's alright. I hate doing all this shit by myself. I really do. I need to get more people in here so I can start getting some people on the game and stuff like that, you know? Get people in here and get some some multiplayer maps going, stuff like that. I'd love to get into some multiplayer stuff, man. I think that would be cool as hell. Freaking crows, man. Freaking crows, man. I don't know if anybody's done one up for PC or not, but I know FS19 on PC, they had a pickup truck. It was set up for repairs and things like that. Like I could drive that pickup truck out here, and then it had like a zone that lit up, so far out from the truck that you had to pull the implement or the vehicle into for it to recognize it. But you could pull the truck up out there and like in the field or whatever, and repair your equipment and everything right there in the field, which is what I would love to have. I would love to have something like that. Because I know the more the harvesters get worn down, the less yield you get from them. So, I mean, right now it's probably doesn't have any kind of effect, but I just try to keep up with it. Because the repairs are cheaper. The longer you wait, the more money it's going to be that you're going to be paying. So I try to keep up with them, but I don't want to stop, like right now, I don't want to have to stop and then drive all the way around to the farm, repair this, and then come back over and do it. And then I would have to go do it again before I start this field over here. So I'm gonna have to do some tests and things, and maybe even make some videos for it. And just see, a roundabout where you end up getting, where you lose your yield and all that, which is going to take forever, but, because with PC, which I know with 19 anyway, on PC, you can do, like, you can have this field be empty, you can put whatever crop you want in it, have it be fully grown, ready to harvest, you can do all that. So it's nice with the PC that you can test things, like the way I want to test stuff. But I do know Farmer Cop, he used to do stuff like that. Like he did test of, all kinds of, he actually did some of the tests that I've talked about before, where the harvester, it wasn't actually I don't remember which way it was. I'm thinking it was, the implement itself didn't really matter what the damage was on it, but it was the harvester itself's damage that affected your yield, or it may have been vice versa. I don't remember. I'm thinking it was the harvester's repair that mattered and not the header, but it may have been the other way around. Don't quote me on that. But anyway, but I would like to know around about where is when the effects actually start to take place, Like right now, am I losing yield because of the level of repair that it's at? Or does it start happening, halfway down or 3/4 down or, whatever? Show. I'm supposed to have some kind of a graph that shows my follower goal, but I don't know where it's at. I don't know if it goes in the chat. I don't know if it's like up on the screen and I just can't see it. I don't know what the deal is. Alright, let's see if we can get this tractor a job and get it done and taken care of. Alright, tractor. You are going to deliver grain selling station. No. There it is. Grain silo system, that's mine. Okay. Looping, yes. Start job. And he's off. So looping should bring him right back to that same position. And then once he gets to a certain fill point, then he'll take off and go back again. Which I'm glad I didn't try to loop it the last time because the way to come back was unreachable apparently. So I'll tell you, those workers are not worth the money that we pay them. They're just not. I mean, it doesn't even feel, when you look at it like this, it doesn't even feel like we've done anything. I don't see the tractor yet, so he must be over there on the road somewhere. I figured he would have been there by now. Thought I seen him trying to pull in, but I wanted to see how he did pulling in up there is all I was trying to do. Woo. Everything moves a little bit quicker when you're zoomed clear out like this. See, I don't mind this view unless I'm like this. Like if I'm just over top going at it, I don't mind this view, like being scrolled back this far. But I like to be in a little bit closer. But yeah, when you do this view, it's pretty cool to be back kind of far. I mean, you know, me growing up, this is the way video games looked. A lot of them, you know, back then, that was from the top or from the side. You know, if this wasn't your view, this was. So, you know. Ooh, yeah. See, that's where it would be getting sketchy. I mean, look at how much that was tilted. That would be a sketchy turn right there. Like, yeah. AI workers blocked by an object. Don't know what he's blocked by. See, where's he at? Is he still blocked? I don't see him anywhere on the map. He must not be blocked now. So he's either found his way through whatever it was or the worker quit. I don't know, because I don't see the tractor in there, but that don't mean that it's not there. I don't see it. But like I said, that doesn't mean that it's not there. Although I'm thinking I probably should see it now that I'm a little bit closer. Or he may be on his way back over here by now. I don't know. See if I can get him on the map. I don't... Ah, there. What? Dude. Why are you even... Wow, man. Just gotta do it yourself. Just gotta say the hell with it and do it your damn self. I mean, I don't even need the thing right this second, but I'm gonna need it down here, and it's not here, and then it's up there kissing a telephone pole. I mean, go figure. Go figure. I think I am gonna have to be shutting this curtain up. That the sun's gonna keep shining like that. It's right in my eyes, man. Alright, we're gonna bring this a little bit closer though, so let's just run him right here. Sheesh. Ah. These workers, I'll tell you, they're something else. Alright, got that lined up. I'm gonna have to shut this curtain. Oh, that's better. That's a lot better. I think it probably looks a little better on the camera too. Everything was a little bright. Let this cat out. Go on. Oh yeah, I don't even know what I was thinking. I obviously wasn't thinking. Starting to get a little bit hungry. Watch out, birdies, watch out. That was a nice little murderer crows right there. Probably 7 or 8 of them. All right. That's going to do it for today. If I get a chance, that's going to do it for farming anyway. But I'll be back tonight at 6 p.m. with Hogwarts Legacy. So make sure you come in for that. We will be back. I'm going to try to come back tomorrow. We'll finish up this field, get the other field done. And then I'll probably do some Hogwarts Legacy tomorrow during the day also, along with Friday night. Hogwarts Legacy Saturday morning, we will be doing the new farm. So make sure y'all tune in for that. That's going to be it for this time. Again, these videos will be available over on YouTube. So make sure you, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you head over to Twitch. My link is in my About section. Get over here and hit the follow button. And if you want to come check out a live stream, once you hit follow, your notifications are already set up. And you'll know when I go live. So, I'm Crooked Stick. I'll catch y'all next time.